What's up guys, 1996 graphics here.
Okay, where are we? We are in the Nether. We're still here, and obviously we've popped up through the Nether in our last episode, but we don't have the materials, guys, to go up there and start building a gold farm. So we've got to get our way back to the overworld, and we've got a few things to do before we start on a massive project like that. The other thing is I can't make a mistake here with this, guys, because we literally have just 10 pieces to do this, and that's it. So, I thought I'd placed an obsidian wrong, because I don't have a diamond pick to break this obsidian, so we've got to get it right, or we're just going to have to die and come back and get our stuff or whatever. So we've got 2 on there. We bring it up here, throw a slab down, jump back down, and light this up like that. There we go. There's a portal. There's our flint and steel activated. All right, and through we go. All right, yeah, and I'm pretty tired of this graphics issue. Hang on a sec.
All right, okay, that should all be fixed now. We're back to 2016 quality graphics now. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now, just before we get into the exciting stuff, I'm not going to bore you with this, I'm just going to be doing a bit of cleaning up. I can just see, look, we don't need these bridges and stuff. I really don't need to be accessing that farm anymore. Okay guys, I'm back, and I've just been doing a little bit of tidying up, you know, getting our chests in order. There's our redstone stuff. I don't even know where I've put the quartz, but here we go. And you know, just getting things organised. It was long overdue, just getting the inventory in order here, and it's all good. Now, the more important thing is over here. Yeah, look at that. So, I really got sick and tired of looking at this iron farm. It was just a monstrosity. It had that villager transport bridge out there with water streams and stuff like that. So, I've just hacked through all that, removed it all, recovered all the cobblestone, and then I just pillared up. I went through about 10, 12 stacks of netherrack, which I'd actually mined out most of it from going up to the getting on top of the bedrock ceiling in the nether. So I'd mined out a fair bit of netherrack there and gotten all that. So I just cooked that up in the furnace. It took a while. I was basically cooking it up while I was sort of fixing all that. So I like that. It gives it a little bit of structure, makes it look like it's actually, you know, standing on top of something. So I think it looks good. And down there, I've done like nether brick fence, just guardrails. Removed all the superfluous sort of bridges, the maintenance bridges. We just don't need it anymore. It's all happening down there. That's collecting iron like a little treat. I've also gone over here and cleaned up. Oh, there was a walkway just above me. That's gone. And down there, I've done a little bit of cleaning up on that bridge. So the next thing we've got to do, guys, is, well, I'm wondering if any of you can guess what we need to do. Where is it? That's what I'm looking for. Whoa, it's been a while since I've made this stuff. Is it in a star or a cross? I think it's a cross. We are going to use some of our valuable sand. That's right, we've got a finite amount of sand here. I don't think that we can get any more from... You can't make sand, can you? I don't know. TNT. We need a pair of these. And we are going to go over to the other chunk. Here we are at chunk number 2, and the overwhelming majority of people in the comments in the last episode said, get rid of the silverfish spawner, just get rid of it. So that's what we're going to do. We're not just going to hit it with a pick, we're going to blow it up. So, here we go. I need to be able to... I know what I'll do. I'll sneak the flint and steel through here. And... Well, oh, look, we've got no armor on. Actually, if I get blown up here, I might get blown out the side. No, I think what we'll do... All right, let's get rid of this lava. I'm just trying to work out where I can go and I can see it. Look, we'll do it from over here. There we go. She's ignited. And... Oh, look at them all. Look at little silverfish spurting out of it. There's the XP from it. These guys can't attack me. One kill, one hit. Oh, no, there we go. It's called its friends in. Not good. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I don't believe it. Might get blown out the side. Okay, I just knew I shouldn't have been hitting those guys. I thought I could kill them in one hit. Oh, okay. I think we cleaned up our inventory, so it's not the end of the world. Holy crap. All right. I'm keeping under control, guys. The rage isn't building yet, all right? So just relax. I don't have any backup tools. Grab a gold sword. Why do I do this to myself? Seriously? Okay. You know what we can do? It's probably high time we made ourselves some armor, actually. We've got all this iron. All right. I'm going to go down to the bottom of the iron farm, grab... Actually, we've got enough here, I think. Let's have a look. What do we got in our metal chest? Yeah, that's enough. Let's grab all that. All right, I'm going to make myself some stuff back in a moment. All right, that's the last piece, and we shall equip it. There we go. Let's have a look at ourselves. Oh, it feels so much safer, cuddled in the armor, plating, shielding. Chainmail would look good, but I don't think it's as good as iron armor. All right. That's a lot safer. All right, guys, I'm gonna re-equip myself and head back over to where we died. You know what I just realized what we lost? We didn't put the sand back. So we just lost 21 sand to that accident. Valuable sand. And I'm not happy about it at all. Why do I just should have, did I not put it back? I don't think I did. I haven't gone back over the footage, but I got a feeling I didn't put that block of sand back. Okay, well that's a thing. All right. Okay, I'm just coming back down here, and geez, it's blown a hole in the roof there. And the silverfish are gone. Let's pick up these blocks. Oh, great. Bit of XP. Awesome. So happy about that. All right, we don't need all this here. And yeah, we can clean this up. All right. Well, that didn't quite go as planned. I don't remember there being a giant hole. Maybe there was. Okay. Next time, probably what I'll do is, I don't know, make sure there's something there so that I don't fall out is probably a good idea. You know, something like that. Okay, well, there's still silverfish in here in these blocks, and as you can see, they're getting broken. But look, someone else or a few people pointed out in the comments in the last episode that we can manufacture almost all these blocks, so it's not really a problem if they get broken. Alternatively, I could just flood lava or use lava around here, and the silverfish will just walk into it when they try to path to me, and we'll just pick up these torches. So it's not that bad, but that was a little bit of a disaster. What have we got next? It's just started off on the wrong foot today, hasn't it? All right, we're going to farm some Endermen. And I got all sorts of comments over the last few episodes about, oh, you know, you can't farm Endermen. They're going to teleport, blah, blah. Yep. I'm going to show you how it's done, and we are going to get some ender pearls. Okay, I had these cooking. We'll grab some food, and hopefully, I think that where's the wool that I have? Yeah, thank God I didn't have that on me. All right, I'd previously been shearing these guys just on and off constantly, and when I was doing all this stuff, I was just coming back and shearing these guys. How many you got? 1, 2, 3. Got 6 sheep in there. Look, we don't need a stack of wool, but we do have quite a bit. And what we're going to do is just make some carpet, and then I'm going to show you what that's all about. Why are you not making carpet? Okay, there we go. Learn how to Minecraft. Well, there's a lot of mobs in there. Okay, I've got a bunch of carpet with me, and we might just need to hit him off. All right. Basically, Endermen, this is what they do, guys. It was when they get damaged, they will choose a spot around them up to 32 blocks, okay? Like spherical, you know, like a sphere around them, like a ball. They'll just choose a random spot up to 32 blocks away from themselves. Then what they'll do is they'll scan downwards and look for a block that they can teleport to. Now, they can teleport to just about everything. Hoppers, fences, and all that sort of stuff. So what can't they teleport to? They can't teleport to water, and they can't teleport. How am I going to get down? Okay, yep, we'll be good. They can't teleport to this. Double carpet. Also, snow layers. I think that's about it. Water, snow, and carpet. And it's not just one piece of carpet. They check the block and then they check the block below them. So that's, why we've got to have this double. And I am going to run out. I think I'm going to have to go back to shearing some sheep because, seriously, this is a big area here. So I'm going to get on with basically covering this area. And then I'm going to come back. We're going to be doing the top roof, most of the bridge, most of the fish farm, and down the bottom. Now, my big problem is I built the slime farm in the wrong place, guys. Like, seriously. Because the Enderman 32 blocks from here is almost like right up to the, not quite including the main chunk, but it certainly includes a lot of the actual slime farm. But I'll show you how we're going to fix that because we don't need that much slime, so we might turn that off. All right, I'm going to get on with this. I might have to do some shearing, a little bit of AFK. We'll get all this done, okay? All right, looks like we just... Oh man, I can't even see this stuff. It's like camouflaged. We had enough. I think, yep, we had enough to do the whole thing. That's awesome. Okay, now carefully get down here. And we are going to need to carpet. I'm just wondering whether we might take this stuff off. I don't really need it. They can teleport onto stairs. They're really a pain. They really are. Okay. But some of this, I don't even know what this is. So let's just get rid of it. It's not needed for the farm. And obviously now you know why I did this double carpet around there, so I didn't have to like go back around and deal with that problem. All right, here I am back on the top of this slime farm here. And what I'm trying to do is... I'm just going to cover it in water, guys. I could cover this in carpet, but whatever I do is going to stop the slimes anyway. So the idea was I'd just cover all this in water, or most of it. We're not trying to stop all the spaces that the Enderman can spawn. That's just going to be ridiculous. If it was, if I had more materials and stuff and a bit more time, then we could do that. I'm just wondering if I can make a water source here to try and... There's one there, so yeah, okay, we can. Just looking, yeah, that's just about all covered. How do we get out of here? We will bash through here, and yeah, good stuff. All right, so if we go to the bottom of the mob farm now and close this off, I think we can get to it just from here. We should start to see a fair few Endermen coming out of this thing because, as you can see, we've done all the top there. I've done the bridge. I didn't need that much more wool, to be honest. It's those square areas, just chew it up. So I'll show you up at the fish farm there, and I've just done this walkway. They can still teleport to this, what I'm standing on, but as I said, I'm not trying to eliminate, 100% all the spots. They can also teleport onto the hoppers here. So... But we've cut it down, we've cut it 96%, kind of thing. We've cut it down, and that when these Endermen get caught in there and they start taking the damage by the water, they're either just going to get pushed down, fall, drop their pearl, or they'll die in the water and the pearl will get pushed off and fall down into here. So at the moment we've got 3 pearls and we've got another 3 in there. So we'll see what comes out of here in the next few minutes. Okay, here we go. There's an Enderman. Here's a flush. There's another Enderman. That guy might have teleported or survived. Don't quite understand. I'm pretty sure I've set this to 40-something blocks. Let's see if he's one hit. Come over here. Oh, no, he's a fresh Enderman. He's got lots of power. Oh, and my my gold sword there is certainly at the end of its tether. Okay, but that's certainly showing that we've got some action here, and we've got 5 ender pearls, probably 3 in there, yep. So it looks like it's working pretty well. I think it's time to just let it AFK. We've effectively stopped our slime farm, and I'll show you why. So if we come down here to the bottom of the slime farm, This is why I'm not too worried about turning off the slime farm for the moment, because I reckon we've got enough slime balls, that's for sure. Anyway, that will now capture Endermen with a reasonable degree of efficiency, and on to our next project. Okay guys, so now what it's time to do is start to get some villagers to actually breed with. I'm just looking over here to see how this farm's going. Oh, there's a few witches falling out. No, it's looking all good. That's what we want. I'm going to check on that after it's been running for a few hours, see how we're going. But I wanted to get these villagers getting up and breeding again because we need to get some trading going so that we can start to actually do some better stuff. Now, that farm above me there, the little baby villagers pop out here, which is kind of convenient because I reckon I'm going to be able to easily just run a water source down here and push these villagers into little, like, I don't know, I can just trap them in here and they'll be nice and safe and I can start trading with them. And we've got a lot of rotten flesh, which gets you emeralds, and that is coming from the mob farm. Now, here's the science, guys. We've got a bit of a problem because to activate this, I've got to add some doors. It's going to create a village. The thing is, when a village is created, it'll search, well, without getting into the specifics, with small villages, it's going to search up to 64 blocks away for any other village and merge it with it. Now, this one's definitely within range, and to keep this one not in range, I'd have to be making doors like right over there near the near that mob farm. So I don't want to have to put doors over there for the other reason that a villager will only search for a valid house or door in this instance, once I make it a house, up to 16 blocks away, which would mean I'd need to move the villagers closer. It's a nightmare, right? So what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it. This farm, I reckon, is far enough away. If it's not, it's going to be a nightmare, because if that and that merge together and one here, it's a nightmare, because I'm going to have to probably delete all the doors on one of these farms and restart the whole thing. I don't think that's going to be a problem. What I'm going to do is put one house above this thing. These guys will detect it. It'll search. It'll pick up this farm. It'll pick up the closest farm first, which is this one, and it will become a 41 door village, and it will pull the center of this village a little bit down towards here. When I say a little bit, it's going to, since this is only one door out of 42, it's going to move it just roughly 2% towards this direction, which isn't going to be a lot. The center is still going to be sort of inside that farm, and I don't really think it's going to be a problem. There goes another iron golem to give me more iron. That's awesome. So these guys will become part of a 41 door village. Now, I'm worried, just thinking about it, that there actually may be too many villages. 41 doors can probably support about 11 or 12 villages. So these guys may actually not breed. I don't know. This is getting a little bit outside of my knowledge without having a read. But listen, we're going to try it. So I'm going to get this set up and get a door up here and see how it goes. Cover the skylight from there. Okay, that should have done it. That should actually do it. This is now part of that, and it would have shifted the center of the village a little bit. These guys should actually pick up that door now. You could see he just rushed over there. I think he was trying to go through it. He's harvesting, and hopefully in a few minutes they start producing babies. So what I'm going to do is just get on with tidying up this trapdoor situation and getting them down below in the basement. Okay, so I'll just show you guys what I've been doing down here. So basically, I've got this water stream. The baby villagers will drop down here, get pushed along just into this area here. I'll work out what I'm going to do with them. Maybe I'll hop in there and push them along and then seal off one, and then it'll let another, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's the least of my worries at the moment. And you know why? Because this isn't working. That's why it's not working. These guys aren't breeding, and look, it's for a very good reason. I've had to remove that door on there. It was not working, and the simple fact was that There are 20 villages. I went back over the old footage. There's 20 villages up there, 2 villages here, and there's 40 doors plus 1, 41 doors. Cannot support that population. So if I was to have 20 villages there, 2 here, and maybe a couple of babies, which is, 24? To support 24 villager population, you need 70 doors. So it just wasn't going to happen, and I'm just not going to put 30 more doors up in the sky to make this happen. So I've got a bit of a problem. I need to fix it another way. So I've deleted that door, and you can see here, that's right, we've gone off, gotten more iron, grown a few trees, and I've put some rail in. So what I'm going to do here, and this is going to get complicated, so tell you what guys, I am going to put a couple of links in the description, which if any of you are keen on understanding how villager mechanics work, you can go read about it. It is really complicated. Basically, in a nutshell, what we're going to do is get the villager, get one of these guys far enough away, and you can see here that these Endermen are now teleporting to a slab, which I've got at the end of the rail there. And yeah, we'll just leave this guy. Oh, we could push him off. Let's do it, because he loves it. There you go. See you later. Okay, and rail. So what I'm going to do is get one of these villages far enough away that I can start creating a 3rd village. Not one of these iron farms and not one of the one down there. And another Enderman. Whoa, almost went off. Seriously, almost went off then. Okay, panic over. And I'm going to create a 3rd village just for these guys to breed. And so what I'm going to do is take the villager out there, put a door, put another door, and slowly sort of pull the village close enough to these guys that they start breeding. And hopefully it won't merge with this. We are in the spawn chunks here. So these chunks are always loaded. As long as I don't go into the nether while this is happening, we should be okay. So that's the theory. I'm going to get on with it, and hopefully it's going to work. And one of the things I'm going to need to do now is get one of these guys into that cart. And I don't think that's... Oh, it might not be that hard. No, see, he doesn't close that, so they don't think they can go down there. No, see, he doesn't want to, you see? It's just not... why? Why don't you want to go in there? They just keep running. Why are they on this side? Oh, maybe they can smell their friends over there or something. I don't know. This is not good. I might have to bring the rails. Look, as soon as he gets past that halfway mark, look at that. Here. It's like as soon as they get past there, I don't know. There must be some radius. But they're not part of that village over there anymore. I'm positive. No, he just does not want to go. All right, rails in place. Cart can go down there. Villager can go in there. In you go. Yeah, that's it. Now straight through here. He won't take any suffocation. We will... Do we need to block that off? I don't think we need to block that off. There he goes. Cool. Okay. Down here. That's it. All right. Now, there's no door. There's no village. They're not part of a village. Because the thing with villages is they'll only sense a door, or sorry, they'll only sense a house that's within 16 blocks around them, and maybe 2 blocks below and 3 blocks above, or 3 blocks below, 2 blocks above, something like that. So I'm just going to... Have I got any doors? No. All right. I'm going to get my doors ready, and then we're going to start making a village for these guys. Okay, so we've got a little 12-house village centered in amongst those doors. In theory, he should have picked those up. Now, the next thing is, this guy over here doesn't know he's part of anything, so I need to slowly stretch the center of that thing out close enough. So what we can do here is go out 16 blocks and put another door, and that will start to get the village closer to this guy. Okay, if we put a door there and 1 block there, that should do it. Okay, I'm just going to put a stopper here. No, we don't want a full block. Usually makes the cart bounce off. Half slab doesn't. I will grab those blocks, and what we will do is move this villager, and once he gets more than 16 blocks away from these doors will no longer be part of the village, but we have this little village here. So it's all very confusing, I know, but as I said, I'll put links in for those super interested. Let's push him down here. That's it, come on. And he can go in there, and he should be close enough to that door. I will now put a door here to be just on the safe side, like that. And theoretically, these guys should be okay once I add, you know, the correct number of doors. So what I'm going to have to do is now dismantle these ones, come back over here, put 12 here, and we should now have a third village. We've got one there, one down the bottom, one here. Hopefully they don't merge. All right. I've put those doors back now. We've gotten rid of those, gotten rid of these. And if we get back in here, we should be able to pop a half slab, stop this guy once I get rid of the rail. Can I reach the rail? Yes, I can. All right, let's get this guy out of the cart. And he's starting to plant. And we'll get rid of this half slab. Now he's starting to plant, and now it's just the waiting game. I'm going to see if these guys are going to be willing to breed. They should start breeding pretty soon. Ah, here we go. Look, that's working like a treat. We'll wait for this guy to... He'll start getting willing once this guy throws some potatoes. I might throw some potatoes. Here you go. Here you have some potatoes. Get all potatoed up and start making it happen with this dude. Oh, open our trapdoor. Ah, here we go. It looks like they made a baby. Good stuff. All right. That's open. All right. That little baby needs to go down into its hole. And then I'm going to essentially let this build up. I might just get here he comes. Yep, that's sensational. All right. He's all the way down here. He's going to grow up. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with these guys. I haven't really thought about it. But listen, what we're going to do is just going to build up a whole lot of them in here, get a couple of spares, hopefully each profession. I'm going to go and check out what they trade, what's the most important thing to me. And I'm going to babysit this, and then essentially I'm just going to tear this down because I can't risk things merging. It's just going to be a hassle to get up there and destroy all 40 doors and do it again. So just going to babysit this and essentially let, you know, maybe... It's not going to take long. We produce a new baby villager every 6 minutes or so, 10 minutes, something like that. So we'll have, in an hour, I'll have, you know, a good half dozen or something down there. We'll check them out. All right, guys, back soon. Okay, guys, it's been quite a few hours. It's been 2 or 3 hours, and look at all this. We've got... I just heard one of them dying. Oh, he's gotten pushed into the... Get in there. Okay. So we've got a whole abundance of villages in here of all shapes and sizes, races, creeds and colours, and I haven't worked out anything yet. I've just sort of left this hanging here and then I've come back. What? How'd you get... You must have escaped somehow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up these doors. We don't need this breeding to continue, and I'm going to break the door... Oh, Enderman. Not so good. All right, let's go for you. All right. Here we go. We've got the armor. We've got no problems. We're invincible now. Okay, I'm going to clean up these doors. Then we're going to have a look at what we've got down below. Okay, I just don't know why these guys want to get out that way and why they're tracking out that way. So, look, I've even tried to stop them. I've put like a solid block there underneath the trapdoor, and I just don't get it. Maybe that's because these are the parents. I don't know. I didn't think they were like cows, and they're all grown up now, so, you know, you don't need your mama and dada. You just need to come over here so I can frickin' trade with you. Wow, this is nuts. It's pushed them all back into there. I reckon if I break a block, if I make it appear to them that they can get out, they'll path out, I think. Okay guys, so I've been trying to spread these dudes out and it just hasn't been very successful. I'm pretty certain that they're probably trying to track towards one of these villages Now, I didn't know they were supposed to do that. They can only see doors within 16 blocks, and there's definitely they can't. Definitely that is not the case. But perhaps they do want to wander towards the village, and I don't know what area of effect that has, even though they're not part of these villages. So, you know how it is when it gets nighttime, they all run towards a house. So I think they're trying to do that, and it's not really good because I've tried a few tricks here to get them to try to path a different way to separate them out, and it does sort of work. But I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to decide on which ones I want. So give me some suggestions in the comments as to what villages might be most useful here. And I'm going to put them in minecarts. I think that's the easiest way. Separate them out, kill the ones I don't need, and do it that sort of way. It's also the noise is just driving me insane. Of course, I can turn that down in the settings. But so that's all the villagers, guys. These guys I've been messing around with for hours, and they're just starting to get on my nerves now. All right, so let's have a talk somewhere where it isn't so noisy. Hello, spinning sheep. How you going? Get back in there. That's it. Let's go over here. Let's go over here where it's all nice and silent. All right. Good old Rabbit hasn't... This server has been restarted a couple of times and Rabbit's still there. I guess it's not a very good existence, but, you know, it's probably better than falling down into the void, isn't it? So basically we've been doing some aesthetic work, getting things finally fixed up, clearing up a bit of the mess. I'm thinking that villager farm's going to go. I'm probably going to build a house here or something like that. We've got our mob farm there, working a treat with the Endermen. They'll slowly build up pearls. We've got lots of slime. We've got our villagers. I'm going to do that like piece at a time because trying to work with those guys just continuously for hours is not going to be good for my sanity. And we've got some more things. We've got the gold farm to do, which we're going to be doing soon. And I've just thought of something. We're going to do a guardian farm. I don't know where. Maybe over there, maybe over there. How are we going to do guardians? Well, you're going to find out. Some of you may know, but we are going to do some guardians. That's for sure. At least I'm going to try. And that's going to allow us to get the nice prismarine blocks to do a little bit of building and stuff like that. So guys, that's all I've got time for today. But you know what? I think I may be able to squeeze a little extra episode in next week. We've got a lot of building to do. We've got the gold farm to do, and as I said, I may think about a guardian farm. We've got to get all those villages organised. So there's actually a fair bit of work, and I'm wondering whether, you know, I'm going to be able to squeeze it into one episode. No promises, but if I can get an extra episode out next week, I will be doing that. So if you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. This has been Snowcrash. I'll catch you later. Cheers.